Hey y'all, it's Lita Monet, and I'm here with Nay, about to get into her mental health check-in and just chop it up and see how life been treating her.
Period.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling okay. I'm not
Okay,
gonna say good and I'm not gonna say bad. I'm feeling okay.
all right, that's valid. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate your mental health right now?
Right now, I'll give it a strong ass 7.
Okay, what's the components to your 7?
So it's like I feel like I'm being resilient right now, but it's a lot of shit going on and it's like really kind of like throwing me off a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I'm being resilient. That's why I gave it a higher number, like 7. But it's a lot going on, and I'm not handling it all the best. But I think I'm being resilient, which is why I'm gonna give myself a high number. But I'm gonna still take 3 down because I still be tripping out a little bit.
So you'll crash out any second.
Hey,
Any second.
if you know, you know.
Okay, well, I mean, that's good. That's valid. Okay, we're gonna work our way back up. We're gonna work our way back
We
up.
gonna work our way back up to 10. We gonna try.
All right, so to get into our first question, I kind of just move right into it. What is a core memory from your childhood?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think probably a core memory from my childhood was when we had lived in like this apartment complex, and like a lot of kids that stayed there were like the black kids in the area. We stayed in like Novi, so it was like all the black people stayed in this one apartment complex, and we stayed there. And I remember they were giving us a hard time about like getting into the pool and that kind of stuff, and just giving us a hard time. Mm-hmm. So my mom had like a water day in front of our apartment. It was like a big square space with like a lot of grass, and she had like water guns and water balloons and like a slip and slide and that kind of stuff. And all the like neighborhood kids came out and were like just hanging out and shit. Even like the older kids was just hanging out, like even if they was just eating ice cream or some shit. That was a core memory because my mom is mean as fuck. But that was the nicest shit I ever seen her done. Yeah, so
that's what's up. I remember our neighbor, we used to live in Belleville. Mm-hmm. Our neighbor made these frozen Kool-Aid cups.
Oh.
And she would sell them, but she would still give us some because she was my mama best friend at the time too. So it was just like that, being on top of a hot ass box in the back of like the apartment.
The electric box? Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Just eating that shit on top of that hot ass fan. That shit was great. Yeah.
When was the last time you had a Kool-Aid cup?
Since I was in Belleville.
Oh my god!
I never made a frozen styrofoam cup, Kool-Aid cup in a minute. Like that was crazy.
You gotta spin the block.
Damn near got to. What's something from your childhood you think you lacked?
Stability.
What that look like?
Honestly, it's just like having like a daily schedule, seeing your parents having a daily schedule, having consistency around the house as far as like who's there, where you're staying sometimes, even like just like I feel like not having stability is just inconsistency across everything. Like you might not know where you're staying tomorrow, you might not know like how you gonna eat tomorrow, all that stuff, just a whole bunch of whys, like and a bunch of how am I going to be able to do this, because it's just no stability. Everything just shaky as fuck. Everything is just a hot ass mess.
But I don't know if you know, but my journal goes into 6 different chapters. So that first chapter I do hit on childhood trauma just because like that's where a lot of shit happens. Like that's where it comes from. Second is the support systems, dating, friendships, career and goals, and then forgiveness. Forgiveness is the last thing just because like it's the last thing you do in your healing area, whatever. So that's how my questions kind of go off of with my journal. So when you hear support systems, who do you think of?
Honestly, when I think of support systems, I kind of like tend to like think of like supporting relationships that I've seen. So I've seen like I got this one friend, she has a sister and they're like super close, and I like really admire their relationship because they're like super supportive and they like have like a healthy ass relationship. Like they could argue and all that shit and they'll never take it too far, and they'll like start feeling bad. Like when they arguing and stuff like that, they'll be like, you know what, it's not even that deep. Like whatever the situation is, I love you too much to even sit here and argue with you. When I think of support, I kind of just think of like their relationship. honestly, just because that's like the best model of support I've seen.
Okay, then. How do you wish people would show up for you more?
I guess like probably just like, ooh, I guess I wish people would kind of like offer to do stuff more. I feel like if I need something, I always have to ask, and I'm not like, I don't like asking people for stuff, especially if I got to see you a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be in your face and I know like you just did something for me. Because I don't know, it makes me feel like I owe you something all the time. So I guess just offering. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just like when people just offer to do shit. You don't want to sit around and be like, you obviously see like something is like overwhelming me or whatever. Like, it would just be nice if you just do it. You don't want to say it because now I gotta think about it twice.
Yeah. Then you gotta think about the no. What's gonna happen if you say no? Like, no, what else I gotta ask? Like, I hate asking people for help.
Yeah, you know the vibes.
I hate asking people for help. That's why people not on this. That's why ain't nobody on this motherfucker.
I'd rather do it myself. It be like that.
I can't. I just can't do it. I don't like people having too much leverage over me.
Exactly.
I don't like people saying that they made me or they did this. Like, no, you didn't.
Because people will do the littlest shit and swear to God they made you. Like, nigga, you just took me to the airport. All you did
was text back, hey. What do you mean? You didn't have to text back. You didn't have to. Like, I don't know. That's a whole different conversation. The people that, the way they support is crazy. They either support genuinely or they support with a motive. And it's like, please don't support me with a motive. Because it's not going to work the way you think it's going to work.
And there's like no in between either.
It's not.
I swear to God.
Like, you either really like it and you really want to support it, or you doing it because you seen somebody else do it.
Yeah, or you doing it for like some, like you said, you got some kind of motive. Okay, or you kind of start to see the value in it.
Now. Yeah, I hate that. Like,
a lot of people do that.
I can't do it.
A lot of support is based on if other people support you.
I see it now. I definitely see how that shit works now. Because like, I'll be a year into these podcasts on the 26th, and I've asked people plenty of times to come do it with me just so I could build it. And it's just like, I got something to do. I ain't got time today. But now you seeing me really do what I told you I'm gonna do. Like, you good over there. Go find a therapist. Right. Go seek help.
But that's what I kind of like too about like people kind of like being standoffish or being kind of like fake or not showing the support. Because it's like, okay, now I see you. Like, now I see like I see how you feel about me. You know what I'm saying? Now I know how to play it.
Yeah.
That's how.
And then people, when they be like, yeah, stop crying over that. It's like, it's not even crying about it. It's just like, I thought you would do better than that. Like,
it's disappointing. Like, I hate when people say shit like, stop crying over, don't be sensitive about stuff like that. Like, how can you not feel some kind of way when somebody like you expect to support you does not show up for you?
Yeah, that's like, I can see if it's a stranger and it's just like, I'm not getting the likes, I'm not getting the shares. Like, I don't care about that. But the people that told you to keep going, people telling you to do this, and they not even like really helping you keep going. Come on now, make it make sense. Okay. I'm gonna crash out. I'm gonna crash out.
Oh, Joe, it be like that.
Let me see, bro. Support system must be the top thing. When I touch on it, I just be like, you gotta stand on business. Like, I don't like it. I hate it. Support systems is hard.
Finding a good support system too, and a genuine one. That's really what it be. That just being genuine. It's just so scary because everybody like have ulterior motives all the time now. A lot of people are like driven by artificial shit like numbers or social media or XYZ. It's just scary out here, man.
Absolutely. That's the same thing with dating too. Like, they do that shit with motives and different types of ideas of how they want you to be.
Yeah.
When they like first start getting to it or thinking about it, like, you don't want this shit for real. I'm weird.
Okay. You don't know what
I am not my Instagram.
Bro, I swear to God, I be trying to tell people that all the time. Like, I be trying to make it so clear. Like, I am awkward as fuck. Like, I'm super awkward.
It won't ever get down to that. I promise you. Like, me on my Instagram is not me in real life.
That shit is a highlight reel. Like, that is a highlight reel.
I promise you.
I don't look like how I look on my Instagram every day. So, like, you
It's
cannot.
not even about the looks, man. It's about the personality. Like,
oh, that too.
now, when I tell people I'm definitely going skydiving, you're gonna look at me crazy because on Instagram I just posted a meme saying if I jump out the sky, just know that's my last straw. Like, I was lying. It's something I want to do for real.
See, the internet is a joke. I be trying to tell people that shit is a joke. God damn, you cannot go in here doing research. Do not go on Instagram doing research because you're gonna find incorrect information.
I promise you.
Okay, like literally.
So when it come down to dating,
mm-hmm.
what is something that you do that sabotage your relationships?
A lot of overthinking. Thinking something is like going on. Even if it's not like, oh, I think he fucking with another girl. I think he being shady towards me, or I think he's like being weird towards me, or I think he's drawing back or something like that. I think I do that a lot of overthinking. And I just sometimes I forget like people got their own shit going on, you know, like people got their own business to worry about, their own families, their own problems, their own set of things to worry about that's aside from you. And I think sometimes like I'll be self-sabotaging because like if I don't have that reassurance, I'm gonna get to thinking.
Mm-hmm.
In my mind, I don't know what's wrong with it, but when I start thinking, sometimes it go to the bad place, and I start thinking negative things, and I think something bad is going on. And once I start thinking that, well, shit, I believe it. And then here I am, believing a lie that I made up in my head.
Sometimes the lies be real though.
No, yeah, sometimes they do.
That gut feeling gotta be trusted.
Yeah.
A lot of times. You gotta trust the gut. Mm-hmm. It's there for a reason.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I'm like, that's why I be overthinking because like sometimes I be right. So it's like, damn, should I stop doing this or should I like do it with discretion? I don't know.
Always do something like with discretion, precautions, everything. But like that gut feeling, you might want to go with that more. Like, it might not feel right in the moment, but you definitely want to trust it. Like I didn't learn my lesson so many times about trusting my gut. I promise you.
You like, I'm not gonna do that.
I'm not. Sometimes I do catch myself doing it, yeah. But it just be like now you know this might happen if you don't listen to it.
Have you ever had a gut feeling and it was wrong?
No. No, not at all. I had a gut feeling that a patient was gonna swing on me one day, and she did. So.
Oh my god.
No, my gut feelings be there. A1 spot on. Might not be at that moment. It might happen in a couple months, but it happens. But
that intuition is there.
What did your last heartbreak teach you?
Yeah, I think it just taught me like it's just important that life goes on. I was just feeling real stuck after that because it was just a new feeling. Like heartbreak is a real weird feeling, and it was like my first big heartbreak too. My last one was my first big heartbreak, so it just kind of like had me in a position now where I was like, how do I keep going? Because we were together for so long. He was a part of my everyday life. It's like, what do I do tomorrow? What do I do? Like, how am I going to do this when we're supposed to do X, Y, Z tomorrow? Like, how am I supposed to change my life like this just overnight? And it was hard. It was hard as fuck. Like those first 2 months, I was really like on some bullshit. I was bullshitting everything. I mean, even after those 2 months, it started to come up a little bit, and I started to go out a little bit more, and I started to realize like I had to continue on with everything I was doing. But it took a long time to get to that point for real. And once I got out of that, like feeling like, what's next? What do I do without him? Like, how am I supposed to do this? Once I got out of that, and it took a long time, but once I got out of it, I was like, okay, life has to always continue. Like, I cannot just put my shit on pause for like a hard 2 months, then a soft 6 months, then a softer a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just do that. That's not how shit works. And it put me behind in like so many aspects, like financially, mentally, physically. Like, stop going to the gym. Like, that shit really will put you so far behind. And I'm still making up for that shit today. And we haven't been together in 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So I think it just taught me life has to go on. It has to.
Yeah.
It has to.
What do you think is the best part about breakups?
The best part is that freedom. When you're like, I'm outside again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to check in with nobody. I don't have to argue with nobody. It's that freedom.
Child, I feel you on that for sure.
That freedom? Okay.
For
you know
sure.
something. You know something.
That and the whole, like, the get back of not getting back. Like, whenever I see myself just, because mind you, my get back is just being cuter. Like, it ain't really much else I be doing for real. So, like, I know I done hit a nigga mark when the nigga come back and like a picture.
Yeah.
So like, that be the... I know that's right. Come on now.
Okay.
And then you just act like you don't even see they like the picture. Like,
then they'll do some other shit like DM me. Yo, you being a stranger now?
Request photos. I ain't even see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
That shit is not in my primary.
That be that. Yeah. What you talking about?
Okay, that really do the best though. that feeling when you like, I don't even give a fuck. Like that. Once you realize you don't give a fuck, I'm just cute and I'm here and fuck you.
You done got some aura points up for sure, just off doing that.
Or at 1,000.
Okay. No cap. But child, relationships, that kind of like mentally drain you automatically. Like, it could drain you just. He didn't say hey to me today. Like, you know, like everything just go in your head. That's why I feel like dating, a lot of people won't say it, but dating really do like control your mentality. Like, you turn into that person.
Yeah.
You turn into the person. You base your day off that person. Your mood is based off that person.
Seriously.
And it's like, you really have no room to truly be yourself no more. Unless, like, you really that secure in your relationship. But I don't think anybody really is. Like, let somebody text you right now and be like, we gotta talk. Mm-hmm. Can we rush this interview real quick?
You gonna be exactly like that. I damn near gotta put this bitch on pause. Like, I'll catch you later.
Come back and be like, oh no, we straight. I just didn't take the trash out.
You're
like,
right.
You just had a whole fucking panic attack in your head.
And it really be like that for real.
Relationships is wild. Like, they really do put too much on you. People don't be understanding why that's a part of the questions. Like, you have to know, like, yourself. Like okay. What's your love language? That plays a part in your mental health. Because if you're not getting what you ask for and what you need, you gonna sit there and be fucked up in your relationship.
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, because if my love language is acts of service,
and you're not getting your hair greased by your man, you're gonna think he don't like you no more.
Yeah, like, what is he doing? He's walking past my nappy hair.
You feel me? Like, come on now. But this is going great. You know, I like this. This is great.
Eating.
We're gonna keep going though. We're gonna go into friendships. And kind of just touch bases on that. Only because, like, that really do play a part in your mental health as well.
Yes.
Any type of relationship you have with anybody, co-workers, that shouldn't really mess nothing up, but it do. Anything. Parents, siblings, they all mess with your mental health. So in friendships, how do you think you show up the worst in your friendships?
I'm a big ghoster. And I'm really flaky. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, I will really ghost people. And I don't be meaning no harm either. I really don't be meaning no harm, but I really will ghost somebody like on some other shit for like weeks. And then on top of that, like being flaky, that shit is terrible. I really hate that I do that. But sometimes, I don't know it. If stuff goes wrong before I have to do something, it really throws me off. Like, it throws me completely off. And I be feeling like so jumbled up. Like, I just don't need to do shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's just ghosting people and being flaky. Bad news. It really need to stop. I really just need to like be more honest about my time, and I also need to like be a little like more level-headed when stuff comes up in a time crunch. Because when it's a time crunch and shit comes up, that's when I start freaking out. But if stuff comes up when I got time, it's like, okay, I got time to figure it out. But when it's a time crunch, I'm like, oh shit, I just need to stop. I'll be like, let me just take a step back and just not do shit.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I just need to make sure. I really need to be
schedule your shit out for
real. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How do you, bro? No.
Don't judge me.
No cap.
Like, real shit. That is a problem.
I don't mean no harm. But I'm gonna ghost you.
Man.
All right. So, how do you feel about friendship fallouts?
Oh, I feel like that friendship breakup is like a heartbreak, honestly. And I hate them. And I really hate them because I feel like they don't get like the nurturing. Like if you break up with your boyfriend or your girlfriend, like people, your friends will come support you, your family will support you. You know what I'm saying? They'll understand. But when you break up with your friends, I feel like people just don't understand the depth of that. Like, and I hate it. It's always an ugly situation. I had a friendship breakup like my senior year, well, my junior year in college, and I haven't had any since. But that shit really kind of like just changed my perspective of like friendships and like the world and all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I just hate it. I hate that it happened. Like I really do.
How do you go about them, like mentally?
Right, because you do know they coming. You definitely know they're coming. I think for me, preparing myself was honestly just like doing stuff without them, like kind of just like living without them a little bit, doing stuff I like more, leaning into that because you know it's coming. Like when you growing apart from your friends, I feel like you know it's coming, and I think my way to prepare for that was just kind of like start practicing life without them.
Yeah,
You know,
that sounds so sad.
it do right. It does. You know the vibes. It's like damn. I love you. Why you can't be around, but we can't be around each other?
Yeah.
You
Have
know.
you ever tried to like rekindle a friendship that kind of was like off track and it didn't go back?
Um. Yes and no. It was actually just more recently, honestly. Like literally, like probably like a month ago, maybe. I was just like my old roommate. She was like kind of like liking my pictures and stuff. So I'm like, fuck it. I like something back. We interacting with each other. I ended up DMing her, and we kind of had like little talks since then. Not anything serious or anything about like what happened, but it is a start, and I feel like that was like me trying to like rekindle, like at
Something
least an
happened because of the
acquaintance.
dorm.
Nah,
Oh, okay. I was
no,
about
no,
to
no,
say,
no, no,
child, because we done all had a dorm issue,
no, no,
and
no. It was
I done fell out by some salt and pepper.
child,
I'm
okay,
not gonna
or
lie.
keeping them fucking lights on in that dorm. That used to be my problem. I'm sleeping. What are you doing? It's 3 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday. What the fuck are you doing? But no, it's my roommate in my apartment.
No, okay.
Yeah.
I ain't cool with none of my roommates.
Really?
Roommates. Only one. Only because like we didn't talk to each other. Like we talked a little bit, but it was like, can you take this picture of me real quick? Now the other ones, child, no. One roommate I had in college, we fell out because she kept her tampon in the bathroom unwrapped. I'm not playing about no grown ass woman with an unwrapped tampon.
Used?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We fell out. I moved out that same day into a whole new dorm.
Yeah, that's unsanitary. Now you playing with my health.
Immediately moved out the dorm.
Like, I'll see you later.
I didn't talk to no RA. I didn't talk to nobody. I went straight to director. Move me out of here. Showed the picture. Do you want to smell this shit?
It can't smell good. All that old blood.
And he just looked so disgusted. Like, yeah, I'm gonna show you're a guy. Look at this.
I have to live with this. Get me out of this bitch.
Ever been a time where you was betrayed by a close friend?
Yeah.
How that look?
Not cute.
Ain't nothing cute about betrayal.
Ain't nothing cute about it. Well, you right, but honestly, I think the situation I'm thinking of right now, it's been 3 times. Ooh, excuse me, with 3 different people though. But the situation I'm thinking about right now, I think so what happened is, but she just kind of like started like talking about me with our other friend, and because we were all like so close at one point, I knew what was going on, and I'm like, okay, shit is getting too weird. Like I keep like questioning, like,
and she was trying to recruit them to hate you.
Yeah, that's really what it. That's so fucked up, but that's what it was, and I knew that's what it was because
enough said.
Yeah, you know when you somebody friend too, you know what they doing. Like we did this with other girls. I know what you doing right now. Like I know what's up. I know how you acting. Like I know what's up right now. So yeah, it was just that.
Enough said.
You know,
been there, done that.
Yeah,
I ain't done that, but been there for sure. People weird. That's why I don't like making new friends for real. You know, it's just too washing machine.
It's hard. It's hard out here for pimp.
Okay, let's go into career and goals.
Let's talk about it.
What is your definition of success?
Honestly, like, I think my definition of success is when you know stuff is taken care of and you're not thinking about it. Like when your bills are on auto pay and you're like not even thinking about it. On the first, you're not even thinking like, oh, rent is due. Mm-hmm. Or when you got people on retainer, like people who have lawyers on retainer, hairstylists or nail techs that travel with them, that kind of stuff. That just all reminds me of success. That's what it is for me.
So just overall stability.
Oh, not yeah.
Thinking about nothing.
Oh, wow. What a full circle moment. But yeah. Wow. Yeah. Y'all see what she just did? Oh my God. Ate that.
Nah, but when you feel like work is draining, how do you decompress?
Smoke weed. Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. Yes, smoke weed. Honestly, no. I will say though, like working with the podcast and shit, and we got a girl on the team, another girl on the team now. She just joined last week. Shout out to Kaka. But for a year, I was just working with all boys, and that shit right there was like really draining, like dead ass. Like the arguments or like how they would talk to each other, they little banter, all that shit was like.
You wouldn't even think being around them.
Child, them niggas are nutcases. I love y'all, but y'all nutcases. But for a year straight, like, well, I say like the first like 7 months, dead ass, like I was really like just talking to my sister about that shit all the time. Like, the only thing I could do was
they will
like,
not get it together.
Yes, like I could just get it off my chest. That's the only thing I could do about that shit, and it would make me feel so much better. Because it's like if I don't, I feel like it's just sometimes it felt like all the boys against me, or sometimes it felt like I'm like compressing how I feel about how stuff happened or what was said. Even if I didn't have shit to do with it, like they could be like arguing with each other. Like it would be weighing on me, honestly. Like it would just be something I just think about all the time. So just talking to my sister, honestly, like talking to my sister and smoking weed.
Love that. That's great.
Oh yeah,
I stopped smoking.
Why?
Because I don't know how to roll. No, it just made me sleepy. Sleepy and hungry.
Yeah, a lot of people like that I used to smoke with, like back in the day, like we used to hang out and smoke. Like now, if they stop smoking, they always say the same shit. Like it just made me sluggish. Like what am I smoking for? You know what I'm saying? Or they'll say I'm just drained. It's just money to be spent. But for me, I like getting high. I don't know what it is. I just like the feeling. I feel euphoric. I feel like I don't have any problems. And I feel like my problems is like, well shit, this the solution to it. This is all that gotta be done. But when I'm sober, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't want to be a bad influence. But I wouldn't say it's a bad idea.
Child, nah, might have to be blowing money at bullshit.
That's what it is.
But what goals have you currently achieved that you are most proud of?
Well, I just paid off this car.
Oh.
Yeah. I am really happy about that, yeah, because I was I don't know, I was just really irresponsible on the car side. My first car I only had it for 6 months, but it ended up I had to junk it because I didn't get an oil change the whole 6 months. Child. So I was carless for a long time. But I was okay with that. Like I was okay with just getting Ubers or getting rides or whatever. But once it started to become an inconvenience, I'm like, okay, so I actually do gotta get a car.
We listening, we don't judge. But why wasn't you going to get an oil change?
I didn't know how important they were. I'm like, an oil change, shit. This bitch is still running. How bad does it need oil? Oh, we listen, we don't judge.
I'm not judging, but it's kind of like
you judge.
How often do you put lotion on?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Not you gotta moisturize that car.
I'm not judging, but
see,
we just paid off this car.
Yes. There we go. We gonna move on to side note though, I didn't know what the fuck oil was. I didn't know what it was for, none of that shit. Okay, I'm being judged.
You would hate to be at a Diddy party. Don't know what oil is.
Okay.
You're gonna learn today.
If you don't know, you know now. Oh God, but yeah, though I just paid off the car and I'm happy about it.
I would be okay if you was like, I don't know why they showing me the dipstick. But you don't know why you need the oil.
Oh my god, yeah, I had to learn about all that shit. They pulling it out and shit, wiping. I'm like, why do I give a fuck about
I just be
that?
cheesing and cool. I like that.
Oh, this is the oil? Great. I'm not even pointing at the oil.
I've never heard nobody say
Really?
that shit.
Oh my god, it's just me? Nobody else? No.
You 101.
Special, I guess.
Special ed.
All right, you know what? You know what? I thought it was we listen and we don't judge.
That was just crazy. Okay, I take it back. I take it back.
Oh my god.
My bad. All right, y'all. So we are getting close to wrapping up this mental health check-in, and the last thing that we have to cover right now is forgiveness, which we all love that because it's the one you gotta think about the most. So who do you feel like you need to forgive right now?
My parents, my mother and my father.
Mm.
I feel like I just need to forgive them for like how they didn't raise me because they didn't know any better.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah. That's valid. That's cool. What do you wish they would have done more for you?
Well, for my dad, I wish he was just like around, or I wish he would call like and check in. I wish he didn't like say shit like the phone where he broke ways or text me like, why don't you ever call or shit like that. Like I wish he would just like make a genuine effort to really like just be a dad, or even just like get to know me, or like something, like talk to me. Like I just wish he would reach out, talk to me, but yeah. And then with my mom, I just wish she would been more understanding and calm, and not like freaking out over everything all the time.
Yeah,
because it made it really hard to like have a relationship with her and talk to her about like real shit. And I never feel like I had the space to like come to her about anything. And I just wish she was just understanding and calmer. That's all.
I feel that for sure.
You know,
I can't go to my mom for nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It gotta be something I already got the solution to. It ain't no reason to call her if I need her to help me with a solution, because she ain't got it.
Dude, sometimes you be like craving like, or not even, well, I guess craving like, damn, I wish like it's like something you want from her.
Majority of the time, yeah. Honestly, like, yeah, only because my mama, she got hit by a drunk semi-truck driver when I was younger. I think I had to be like 8 or 9. I don't know. Don't remember. But that's a part of my childhood that I don't know nothing of. Yeah. Like, I know we moved to be closer to our family because she needed the help and whatnot. But if you ask me anything of what happened between elementary, like 3rd grade, until 6th grade, I can't tell you nothing unless it was something that I actually want to remember. Like, I just know we had to ask for help majority of the time. Like, she couldn't work no more. Mama was an EMT. Like, she worked a lot. So she was there. We didn't really need for much. But then that happened. So we needed for a lot of shit. Yeah. So you feel me? Like, just that, being supportive and actually being there. But I kind of got to forgive that she can't be there. Like, she couldn't be at my games, stuff like that. Yeah. Because she couldn't be there. She couldn't.
Are y'all close?
No.
Have y'all ever been close?
Yeah, when I was younger.
Oh, okay.
Like, I want to say we was close up until my 10th grade year of high school. Maybe 11th grade. We was close. And then after 11th grade, that shit plummet. Like, we ain't never seen eye to eye again.
Damn.
Don't be caring. It's bad to say I don't be caring, but I don't be caring. Like, it ain't no relationship there to me. Like, I got more closer to my dad than anything. Yeah, it be times, because I'm a girl too. Like, I'm the youngest. So it's like, of course, there's times that I crave out like my mama to be there, but I can't make somebody want to be there for me. Like, yeah, that's just, it won't ever work that way. So outside of somebody else, what do you think you need to forgive yourself for?
I think I need to forgive myself for time wasted. I think that's something I really like, kind of like dwell on a lot. Like opportunities I may have wasted, time that I wasted doing stuff I shouldn't have been doing. Things when I had ideas and I didn't like move on them or act on them fast enough. All that stuff is like stuff like I really like dwell on, and I really be like in my head about like, damn, if I could have just, or if I just, or if this worked out like this, but it didn't, and I can't change the past.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's a big one to forgive yourself for.
Yeah, you know, it's hard too, but I mean, it's not hard. It's not hard after you do it and you get over that hump, but before it's like all of them thoughts and shit in your head, it's like, damn.
It be spiraling.
Okay.
Like, child, don't forget me.
Yes, literally.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, honestly, with forgiveness too, it's just like you kind of gotta think about the lesson that come out of it versus like, oh, I gotta actually forgive you. Like, I don't want to forgive you. Like, you have no reason to be forgave. Like, you feel me?
Yes.
It just gotta come out of like, okay, what did I learn from this? Like, what can I apply next to this? Like, you know, just be stuff like that. But that's why like forgiveness is really the hardest thing to do. Like, I don't want to forgive nobody that did something to me.
Exactly. Cause and then once I do, sometimes like I still like be thinking about it. It's like, damn, do I even forgive them for real? Like that's a whole
No.
process.
You really don't forgive them. But it's like you have to forgive just so you can stop dwelling on it or bring it up to your friends. I feel like you just gotta let the shit go.
Yeah, because now you're draining them.
Hard to do. Like, I'm not gonna do it. Like, it's up and stuck. I stood on business.
Okay, that's how it be. It be like, shit, if you put it up in the air like that, we gonna leave it there. That's really what it be like. It's hard to forgive somebody when they did some fucked up shit. Now, if you might have aided in it a little, or you might have started some shit, I feel like that's when it's easier. But when somebody really unprovoked, just did some whole shit, it's like,
yeah,
you know,
that internal forgiveness just be crazy though. Like, you having too many pep talks with yourself. Like, you know you got to. You don't want to, but you know you got to.
But I will say forgiveness does like help you in day to day shit. Like it takes a load off your back. It take that chip off your shoulder for real.
Yeah, just a little bit. It depends on how mature you is. I'm not that mature yet, so like I really don't forgive nothing. Honestly, like I'm not at a point where I hold grudges. Like I don't hold grudges, but it just be like I remember that.
Oh, you forgive, you don't forget.
Yeah, definitely. But I still don't forgive. I still don't forget. Like it just be some stuff that just be the principle with me. Like
yeah,
it take me too long to forgive. That's why like it's really why it's the last thing. Like let me get past these little rocks first before I can tell you I forgive you. Like
yeah.
let me see if you really deserve to be forgave, and let me see if I actually feel like I need to. Like it's just too much to it.
That shit is really a process.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is a process. It's like the thinking about forgiving somebody, doing it, and then actually like really doing it for real.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It don't be cute at all either. Like, cause then I don't know. I feel like when you start to forgive people, it's like they think they can play with you again.
Exactly.
And that's why people don't be wanting to forgive, cause it's like, dang, I just let my guard down. It happened again, but it's just like that's when it come back into play of the how you need to forgive it yourself, not forgiving them for them so they can feel good because they've been feeling bad this whole time because you didn't forgive them. It's like forgive them for you. Like stop trying to forgive them because they feel bad. They should feel bad. They did whole shit.
Okay, what the fuck they gotta do with you?
Our last question, I'm going to ask you, what is something that you're holding on to from the past that's impacting you from growing?
Oh, so that's a good question too. I think I'm really holding on to like honestly, like I think I'm feeling bad for myself and like holding on to like trauma and like shit I seen or been around and that kind of stuff. I feel like I be feeling bad for myself. You know what I'm saying? And I think that really stops me a lot. Like I don't know, like as far as friendships, like when we talked about like the friendship breakups and stuff like that, and now I'm ghosting people and flaky. Like I was never like that before. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm holding on to like just thinking all the time, like you just don't know where this is gonna end, and I don't know, just like all that overthinking and shit. Or sometimes I think it's like Oh man, that's a good ass question. I just think it's like, yeah, I think it's sad. I'm not gonna go into it too much, but I think I'm holding on to trauma. Um, Subconsciously too. Like I don't even notice it until like afterwards. Like, damn, I really just did that because I was scared of this, or because I was thinking about this may happen. But honestly, I think my trauma and like feeling bad for myself is stunning my growth right now, for sure.
Yeah, that's valid for sure.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's like holding me back from a lot of things too. Like when it come down to me native self talking to myself, stuff like that. Or like when it come down to dating, like I think about my ex boyfriend dying. Like
Real shit. Like that's
so
some real
that's just
shit.
like if you're not responding to me, if you're not answering your phone, you in jail or you dead. Like it ain't never you just sleep. It's just always a bad scenario. And I'm just like, that's something that's like I'm holding on to it, but it's like that stuff you can't really not hold on to. It's gonna happen. And then it's PTSD. Like that's just traumatic. Like it's stressing me out.
Yes, and I feel like that shit is like embedded in your thought process. Like sometimes you really will not even notice that shit. And you just like, damn, what the fuck was that? You know?
Yeah, so honestly, for me, I feel like I already forgave this person, but I definitely would forgive the person that killed my boyfriend and the people that's involved in it. Cause I was holding that grudge so crazy. Cause like I went to like all the court dates and stuff for it, and it was before COVID, so like they in person court.
Yeah.
So it's like I was seeing a dude that killed my boyfriend, and he just like showing no remorse, like waving at us, like that nigga just smiled at me, like.
Now he's in court or he's on the other side and people don't know. Oh, okay.
Like everybody can see him doing what he doing.
Oh, okay.
But he in like I don't know if nobody ever been in like the Lincoln Hall Justice thing.
I haven't.
But it's the court and then it's a hallway where the inmate is so they can walk in with the handcuffs and stuff. So he in the hallway, but it's a door, like a classroom door with the glass and stuff like that. Oh, like the
window?
Yeah, so you can see through it. And he just waving and smiling and shit at us because he know that we there for him. You know, he being like that for a reason. But he don't act like that in the courtroom.
Slimy.
So, like, I would forgive him. He was 16. We was all young. I think I was 18. My boyfriend was 17. Dude was 16. So we all.
Oh, he was a YN.
Yeah, from Southgate. Like that's crazy. Oh. Like if you search my name up, you'll see that whole case. Like if somebody was to put my full name in it, I'll pop up because of that. But yeah, like that, I definitely will forgive him.
Did you have to stand on? Oh, okay.
No, but I had a reporter come to me because some girl gave them my name, and then they came and talked to me. And I asked my boyfriend, Mama, and I was just like, "You cool with that?" She like, "Yeah, just don't disrespect his name." I'm like, "Okay."
You know it's crazy? Like when the more I hear you talk about that shit, like he like wasn't there the next day. Like I don't know how that makes to make sense, but I feel like that's like the craziest part to me. Like you got to deal with your like boyfriend passing, but like in my head, the first person I'm gonna tell when somebody I love is like passed away is my boyfriend. And it's like you can't even tell him like.
Yeah, it was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
That's so crazy to me.
Time is like, it's not a blur, but it's a blur because I was talking to people crazy. Like I was talking to everybody crazy. I was not mental health advocate for nobody. Fuck y'all. Fuck mine. Fuck the
mental health bullshit. Fuck all y'all.
I don't want to hear nothing. I smoked every day. I smoked every day. I drank every day. I went to parties on weekdays. Like I was so bad. Like it was no saving this girl. I was in it for the vibes and the plot.
Well, that's okay. Look at you now, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's growth.
For sure.
Sometimes you gotta go through that little period. You know what I'm saying? You gotta that little shake back period gotta get ugly before it get cute.
It was real ugly. So ugly. But y'all, that has been our mental health check-in video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out Nay on Instagram and her own podcast and her collaborative podcast with Talk to Him. So just see what else she got going on. Like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to get your journal on Barnes & Noble, Amazon. If you still got TikTok Shop. Okay. TikTok Shop, Amazon, Barnes & Noble. Like, comment, subscribe. All of that.
Period.